Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Injective. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. So jumping into the daily chart, guys, as you can see, Injective protocol has seen an insane move to the upside from the low here in December. We had a 7x, or rather an 8x, almost an 8x, and from this local high that we printed all the way back in April, we've seen a retracement of approximately 44%. So I do think Injective is going to be going a bit lower, and probably it is going to be retesting this green support block between $4.80 and $3.44. If not even dropping all the way down here to $2.82, which I think is unlikely at this point in time, but it would depend on the markets and what type of FUD is going to be thrown into these markets. Because if we are going to have a flash crash, altcoins will easily drop 30 to 40 to 50% in a day. So Injective is going to be no exception. Even though it was going against the markets and it was pumping like crazy, there is no reason for us to believe that Injective is not going to drop down with the rest of the markets if we have a flash crash or a black swan event, whatever it may be. Now, you can see that this support block down below is based off of this high that we printed in November and this low that was actually perfectly in correlation with this high. So we retested a previous resistance level as support, and from there we saw the move to the upside. So technically speaking, this low would be a very, very good retest just to certify this level as a support block here. But of course, if that doesn't happen, we can simply end up coming back down to the green block, retesting that, and moving forward from there. So take a look at $4.80 for a good entry. Personally, I'm not going to be buying in that high at $4.82. We will see if it goes lower. I'll probably buy something below $4. I do have to tell you that my average buy-in price is all the way down here at $1.36. I was entering it all the way back, I think in September. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was back in September, and obviously my patrons were advised on that, and obviously you saw the move that we were able to see here. And even with this little pullback from this price here at $1.36 whatever, we're sitting at a 5x. A 5x during a bear market, that is insanely high. So if you want to join the Patreon, feel free to do so. The link is down below in the description. You're going to have 7 days for free, for absolutely free, where you get access to all of my content, all of my podcasts, low cap gems, my portfolios, my entries, and my exits. So feel free to do that. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, one thing you can see is that the ascending support trend line here has not been retested yet. So that is something that you want to keep an eye on for a potential bounce, a potential move to the upside, where we just bounce off the 55 EMA on the daily. At the same time, we bounce off the support trend line here. We have a bit of a move to the upside. Let's say we back test the purple block as resistance, and you can secure potentially a 10% trade, which is something that you can do if you want to. You don't have to. But in these type of markets, or in this time, during this volatile time when we're getting a lot of news thrown into the markets, I really don't want to be swing trading, because at some point we're going to see a huge rally into August/September. So I just want to catch that rally, and I don't want to sell too early. So that's when we're going to be swing trading here on this channel and on Patreon. We're going to be doing that in August and September, and obviously all of my patrons will get my trade alerts first. So I do think we're going to be losing this support trend line here. June 2023 is the month when we're probably going to lose it, because you're not going to be sticking to this trend line forever. So I think moving lower, we can expect this low to be retested. So you have this low printed in March. And you have this low printed approximately a few months ago. When was that? That was December. Yeah, that was December. So this little block here can act as a strong support level for you. If we drag it back, you can see that we even had a retest back in November. And this is just a level for you to keep an eye on. to keep an eye on, just to visualize sort of the area where the asset is becoming cheap in terms of the RSI indicator or oscillator. Now, I do want to drop quickly into the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to touch on ExpressVPN. Now, do you like your privacy? Of course you do. So do I. That's why I choose ExpressVPN as my VPN, as it is the best VPN out there. And first and foremost, it is a privacy company. They do not keep any of your activity logs. So if you're using a Wi-Fi connection or really using any internet connection whatsoever, ExpressVPN comes in to save the day and protect you. And you can basically change your location to whatever country you want to be in at that moment in time. So let's say I want to access some streaming content that's not available here in Canada, and I want to watch some Japanese TV show. I can do that with ExpressVPN. Now, of course, you do get a 50% discount if you get the 12 months package, and you get a 3 months deal on top of that. So you get 3 months for absolutely free. So technically you're getting 15 months for the price of 12 with a 50% discount, which is quite the deal in my opinion. And of course, 30 days money back guaranteed. If you don't like something, you can definitely get your money back within the first 30 days, and the link is going to be down below in the description. Let's carry on with the video. So taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, the price is very overextended, or the price action candle is very overextended from the 20 EMA, and we're starting to see a bit of a gap between the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA. Now, when this happens, we typically see a reversal or a retracement. So in this scenario, if we're not going to be coming all the way back down to the low that we printed back in December 2022, this would just be a healthy retracement. Now, I would very much like the price to come back down to $4.50 roughly, which is the 55 EMA. So I want us to retest the 55 EMA just so the EMAs can come back closer together, because the EMAs follow the price. So if the price is going to be in between the EMAs, that will bring the EMAs closer to each other, and then we can bounce off the 55, have the next move to the upside. We have an EMA squeeze, which is when the 20 bounces off the 55. And we have the next leg up. That would be the most bullish outcome. But at this stage, at this point in time, this is very expensive for me. I already have a position in Injective, so I'm not really inclined to buying at these prices. If you don't have a position yet, then you should be thinking about some entries around about $4 to $5 maybe. If it drops lower than $4, try to accumulate as much as you can, because I don't think we're going to be coming back down to this price over here. We had a perfect double bottom pattern here, and now we're moving to the upside. And you can also see that we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing high in April down to the swing low in January, and we have the golden ratio sitting at $2.71.5, and the 0.5 fib is sitting at $3.44. So this golden pocket is where I expect the price to come back down to, and this is where you can start accumulating. This is where you can build a huge position, start staking, and just hold the crypto until we get to the bull market. And this is what I'm doing, exactly what I'm doing right now, guys. You can see the volume is going off like crazy. We have a bunch of volume coming in, which is good. This shows demand. I do think the project is going to be doing much better in the bull market. Now, what we can do here is we can set up a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low that we printed here in January, which is presumably going to be our bear market low, and we drag the fib all the way up here to the... Actually, I think we have to drag it a bit lower, because I think the low was actually printed all the way back here in July 2022, so my apologies. And we drag the Fibonacci retracement all the way up here to the April 2021 high. So this would put the 1.618 target at roughly $114. And I think that is possible. That is a very, very realistic target for Injective moving forward. So this is definitely going to be one of my targets in the next bull market. You can also take a look at some more conservative targets, such as the 1.414 fib. Okay, we also have the 1.272 fib over here sitting at $43.34. So this is what I'm going to be targeting in the next bull market. If we get up to $110, I'm probably going to exit my entire position. Now, from the price, from my average buy-in price, or roughly from that area anyway, this would be approximately an 8, almost 9,000% to the upside. So if you are entering over here right now, obviously it's not going to be as fruitful, but still it is going to be a 16x to the upside. So if you're expecting the price to come back down here to the golden ratio, from the golden ratio, you're roughly going to be looking at 3,500% to the upside. So that is a bit better, obviously. So just try to get your average buy-in price as low as possible. The market cap is still, you know, fairly low, so I would say this is a good project to accumulate. There is still time for us to pull back, and you can still save some money for the next pullback, guys, and enter like crazy in the next flash crash. Now, taking a look at the weekly RSI, let me just fix up this trend line. As you can see, we do have a support trend line here that we've been bouncing off of twice, once in February this year, once in May. Now we're looking for the third bounce. I don't think we're going to be getting that bounce, if I'm being honest with you. So I do think we're going to be coming back down to this local high that we tested in October 2022. We broke above in January, and now we're looking for that back test of support at 52.5. So that is going to be our major level to hold. If we end up dropping below that, you know, your next target is probably going to be this local high, and after that you can take a look at this local low. But for now, I would expect 52, roughly 52 on the index to hold us as support. And once again, this is quite expensive for me, guys. I'm not buying over here. We can wait for the stochastic to come back down to the oversold, which is below the index of 20 here on the stochastic. We were back down here in December, January. We were back down here in August, April. So we're waiting for that pullback to happen, and we're waiting for another move to the upside into September or maybe August even. And there is no, you know, no guarantee that we're going to drop down this low before the next move to the upside, guys. We can just go and reverse halfway through and have the next move to the upside. That is also possible. So never have any certainties in this market, but I do want to say that that is pretty much everything. What the heck is going on with this Fibonacci? Look at that. What is wrong with the quality there? Am I the only one seeing this? What is wrong? What is wrong with it? Okay, there we go. That was really weird. Okay, thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you learned something useful, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna see you in the next update. Take care and goodbye.